Something that drew me to the Eisenhower Institute's Inside Civil Rights program was the opportunity to discuss civil rights issues within our country and the history of those issues, and specifically the development of civil rights under the Eisenhower administration.
During the Inside Civil Rights program, we spend time in discussion, we do some readings, we spend time in special collections looking at artifacts from Gettysburg College's history. We also have talked to policymakers, people in school districts. We've consistently talked to a filmmaker in Little Rock who did a wonderful documentary on West 9th Street. We've talked to the governor of Arkansas. So we talked to a variety of people, including school board members and people who are really on the baseline with people that are working to make a change and have different perspectives on this.
The immersion trip to Little Rock, Arkansas was the highlight of Inside Civil Rights for me. While in Little Rock, we were able to meet with the governor of Arkansas, visit Little Rock High School, and get a private tour of Dreamland Ballroom. All of these were great opportunities that I wouldn't have had access to without this program. They provided so many different perspectives, and it was great to see the history that we had been learning about all semester come to life.
The anchor of the Inside Civil Rights program is, of course, Eisenhower's 1957 decision to use the 101st Airborne to enforce the Brown versus Board of Education ruling and to integrate Little Rock Central High School. That allowed the Little Rock 9 to enter the school. But when we think about what's gone on with that, that's not just a historical incident that happened 60 years ago.
We looked at how Little Rock is involved in all this, and we explored all the different issues that were surrounding education in Little Rock, not just Little Rock Central High School, but also the charter schools and the other options that you have today.
When we look at what has happened in terms of school integration, we made progress, but in the last 15 to 25 years, we've been backsliding on that. We have issues of socioeconomic disparity in the United States. We look at things like mass incarceration and the incarceration of people based on color and also socioeconomic class. We can look at issues, emerging issues, like trans issues, where there are civil rights that the government has not necessarily easily extended to individuals. So a host of issues like that are part of what we can talk about and do talk about in Inside Civil Rights.
Throughout the whole process of going through Little Rock, I felt it was almost like a capstone experience for the program. We learned so much, but we also integrated into the real world, and we talked about these issues that were mostly prevalent today. And I found that this is, we can apply this not only to our coursework and our co-curricular activities, but also to our real life and looking at how inequalities can affect, the structure of people's lives. I definitely got out of my comfort zone and learned a lot that I didn't know beforehand. A lot of things that you think you know from history, once you actually look into it, you don't really. I didn't know as much as I should have, and I felt like I learned a lot from that.
My biggest takeaway was the importance of continuing to fight for rights and to stand up for groups that are having their rights threatened.
So what kind of student would want to be inside civil rights? Do you have to be a political science major? No. Do you have to be a public policy major? Absolutely not. What you really need to have is an interest in civil rights and understanding these issues. These are issues that range from things like housing discrimination, redlining, in terms of it could be gender discrimination, but a fundamental sense that there are issues of equality and civil rights that we as a country need to work on.